Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of TheCaliEffect, King of Games. And today, we're going to be watching an epic match between Nekroz and Subterrors. And TJ is going to start off really hastily first. He's going to activate the Hidden City, adding Subterror Guru from his deck to his hand, and then setting a monster face down in the defense position. Gee, I wonder what that card is. He's then going to use his Hidden City to flip up his Subterror Guru, triggering its effect, allowing him to add a Subterror monster from his deck to his hand. Subterrors are really fun to play, ladies and gentlemen, and I know you guys are looking for that deck profile. Let's try to get this video to 250 likes so we can have it. For these Patreon members, we'll try to have it on the same day. I just got my new computer, basically just got new computer parts, new processor, new RAM, new everything, so hopefully, fingers crossed, the processing or the rendering will go a lot faster. So he's going to end his turn with 3 cards face down and pass it back to me playing Nekroz. It's going to be really fun to play against. I'm going to start off with Nekroz of Brionac, using its ability to add a Nekroz monster from my deck to my hand. DJ just so happens to have a response inside of Solemn Strike. 1,500 of his life points almost seems pretty easy to do when you can stop a monster like Nekroz of Brionac's effects. And if you think about it, back in 2015, that card didn't exist, so it's definitely an interesting sight to see this Nekroz deck go against new interactions inside of 2018. It is insane. I'm then going to follow up by using Incantation Pencil Plume. Its ability revealing Nekroz of Gungnir to special summon itself to my side of the field, as well as another incantation monster. TJ actually does have a response. He's going to first use There Can Only Be One, meaning that both players can only control one monster type. Fortunately for me, incantation monsters are of different types. But then he's going to follow up with Summon Limit, meaning that we can only summon up to twice per turn. Now, the incantation monsters are considered a simultaneous summon, so that's one. And fortunately for me, there can only be one. There can be only one. It doesn't affect Nekroz too much. There are certain situations where it's like, oh man, I can't bring out another spellcaster, and I really do, or I can't bring out another warrior monster, and I need that Trish. But in this particular situation, I'm in good hands. I'm gonna add that Incantation Candle from my deck to my hand, using its ability to add Incantation Celebration from my deck to my hand as well. So as long as I can provide a monster on my side of the field that isn't what Candle or Pencil Plume's effect is, we're in pretty good shape, and I think I can just do that. I'm gonna activate Incantation Celebration, using both the Pencil Plume and the Candle for a ritual summon. And to be honest with you guys, I mean, you kind of can just circumvent There Can Only Be One, because if you could summon another monster that is not the original monster, you can activate it and then summon a monster that is the original monster, because long story. But for the people that want to see that Nekroz deck profile, go ahead and go down to the description. I'll take you a link right there so you can see how awesome Nekroz are and what they can do in this format. So TJ is actually going to respond with Subterror Fiendish to try to negate my Incantation Celebration, but I have the Cold by the Grave to stop the Subterror Fiendish's effect and keep that Subterror Guru face up on the field. TJ is definitely going to feel the feels right now, because I did stop his only form of negation right now, and Summon Limit and There Can Be Only One aren't doing much. So I'm going to use both of those monsters for a ritual summon to special summon Nekroz of Gungnir to my side of the field and attacking over his Subterror Guru. Gonna be inflicting 900 damage to him to bring him down to 5,600, and I'm gonna pass it right back to TJ. He's gonna set a card face down and pass his turn. Whoa, he just so happened to not draw a great hand, and I'm gonna capitalize. I'm gonna use Nekroz of Gungnir's effect to discard one Nekroz card from my hand to destroy the face down card. Whoa, we're gonna discard the Nekroz of Brionac. And you guys would probably think, dang, Callie, you got rid of the Nekroz of Brionac for this? Yeah, that could be like a strike. That could be like, seriously, I kind of have to. It's almost like, you know, pretty obvious that you should do stuff like that if you're getting rid of an opponent's back row on their turn. So continuing on with my turn, I'm going to go ahead and use Incantation Bookstone, using its ability to special summon itself to its side of the field, and then I'm going to special summon Incantation Pencil Bloom through Bookstone's effect. Now, Pencil Bloom is going to allow me to recurve that Nekroz of Brionac that I discarded from my graveyard to my hand, so it was almost really free. I can use that Brionac if I need to search another card and get exactly what I need to get over the Subterror board that TJ does present. Again, that's one summon towards summon limits count, and I can still place another summon. So I'm going to use that Nekroz of Brionac adding a Nekroz of Chalice Slime from my deck to my hand. No, it looks like I'm not going to add Chalice Slime. Chalice Slime actually would have been pretty decent. It could have special summoned another incantation monster. Yes, I would have been locked because of summon limit, or it could have summoned itself and allowed me to get rid of TJ's cards. So I'm going to get Nekroz of Valkyries through the ability of Nekroz of Brionac, and I just have to say, Patreon, you guys are awesome because this new processor is insane right now. I'll tell you a little bit later, but it's so cool. I'm going to use Incantation Celebrations effect to send an Incantation monster from my field to the graveyard to special summon another copy to my side of the field. Now, it looks like if I activate the effect of Celebration and special summon another monster, then summon limit would be able to kick in and I wouldn't be able to summon another monster on my side of the field unless I use Gungnir's effect to get rid of the summon limit, and then we'll be back on track. I'm 1000% confident at this point in time that I did have a card to use to get rid of the summon limit, but this might be where that misplay alert comes on, ladies and gentlemen. It might be where. But we're going to use that Incantation Chalice Slime to send the Pencil Plume. No, not the Pencil Plume. We're going to send the Bookstone to the graveyard to special summon an Incantation Talismandra, using the ability of Talismandra to add an Incantation monster from my deck to my hand. And I'll also be able to get that Incantation, my apologies, I'll be also able to get that Incantation Celebration from my deck to my hand as well. So summon limit would start applying right now. I wouldn't be able to summon another monster unless I get rid of that card. And as I'm looking at my video reference sheet, I actually do get away with that. That's an interesting, I guess you could say, misplay. But to be honest with you guys, oh no, wait, there you go. I used Nekroz of Gungnir's effect, discarding the cycle to destroy the summon limit. You guys are gonna have to forgive me. It is like my notes are completely off this time around because of how much I can easily process this thanks to you guys, just the processing power. Oh, I am in love, ladies and gentlemen. But Nekroz Attrition is going to hit the field, allowing me to banish the summon limit, Subterror Fiendus, and the Subterror Guru in his graveyard, putting TJ down to 400 life points. He's going to go ahead and activate that Pot of Duality, revealing a Ghost Bell, a Solemn Strike, and an Umstrix, and he's going to go ahead and scoop it up. None of those cards are going to get him any advantage in this game or be able to save him. Going into game 2, TJ's going to go ahead and go first again. He's going to activate that Hidden Citadel, allowing him to add one Subterror monster from his deck to his hand. And man, I am so excited. I feel like a giddy schoolgirl just looking at the editing process. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm telling you, we are up for some amazing things now that we have that whole little situation solved. He's going to go ahead and use that Hidden City to flip his Subterror Guru face up. And now Guru's effect will get him a Subterror Final Battle. That's really interesting that he would get that card over anything else. He's going to set a whopping 4 cards face down. Whoa, it's going to be hard to deal with, and then pass it right back to me. 6 cards in my hand. It looks like I'm going to have to break this Subterror board. I'm going to go right to battle phase and then activate Evenly Matched. And TJ actually obviously has a counter for it. He's going to use the Subterror Fiendus, flipping his Guru face down. I was like, man, if he didn't search the Guru with if he searched the Subterror Succession Battle instead of the Fiendus, either he has it in their hand or he's bad. So I might as well use this Evenly Matched. I'm going to use Incantation Pencil Plume, revealing a Nekroz of Unicorn, and TJ has 2 cards to respond with. He's going to use Goes in Match and Summon Limit, and it's like, whoa. In this particular situation, I have to summon a light incantation monster, which I do. It looks like I'm going to go ahead and search out that Candle. I think I could get Bookstone. I think Bookstone is a light monster. No, it isn't. Actually, no. The other 2 are dark. So, yeah, I won't be able to get exactly what I need, but I'll be able to get that Incantation Candle and, you know, basically avoid just only summoning 1 monster for nothing. I'm going to then use both of those monsters as a tribute summon. So, whoa, Goes in Match would have stopped me if I had any other monsters, but it seems like Zaborg the Mega Monarch is about to hit the field, and since he's a light monster, I could be able to summon him. I'm going to summon him using his effect to target himself, and I can ruin TJ's board if he doesn't have the Solemn Strike. This is insane, ladies and gentlemen. That Zaborg the Mega Monarch would have been able to send Elder Entity Intesis, allowing me to wreck TJ's board. He's going to go ahead and flip summon his Subterror Guru using its ability to add a Subterror card from his deck to his hand. We know that his last face down card is Succession, meaning that Guru is going to be really hard to get over. He also has the ability to keep flipping it face down and flipping it face up to continuously gain effects. This is in a no bueno zone. He's going to use that to gain Subterror Fiendish from his deck to his hand. And now he's going to poke for a little bit of damage, ladies and gentlemen, putting me down to 6,400. You guys saw it. That Subterror Guru control is just too strong. He's going to pass it back to me, and I'm going to start off my turn by activating Nekroz of the Kaleidoscope, trying to get a monster to my side of the board to beat the Subterror Guru, but TJ is not going to allow that. Subterror Fiendish is going to activate her effect, negating the Kaleidoscope, and I'm going to pass it right back to him. He's going to get that Guru back to face down defense position, and then he's going to flip it right back face up. Now, normally I would think, okay, so look, I have to basically go through 3 Subterror Fiendish negates. He can't really do anything after that, but TJ has a different plan in mind. He wants to try to get as much damage as much as possible out there to control the tempo of the game, but put me in a very compromisable spot. He's going to use Final Battle to flip the Guru face down to trigger the special summon of his Subterror Ummistrix. Then he's going to use Ummistrix to flip it face down and then flip it back face up and attack for 2,000 damage. Now, what we didn't take account into that he had summon limit. So, yeah, you only get 2 flip summons, 2 normal summons, whatever those summons are. You only get 2 of them per turn. But it doesn't really matter. He's going to use Final Battle to flip that Guru back face up. And now he's going to be able to get that Fiendish on my turn. Guru is once per turn, but saying that he can get that Fiendish on my turn, he's in a really good spot. He's in all state, ladies and gentlemen. He's in good hands. He has a huge monster, 2,000 attack, 2,700 defense. He has mechanisms to stop me from attacking. He has ways to flip my cards face down. I'm not sure if I'm going to win this game. I'm going to go ahead and scoop it up, and we're going to go right into game 3. Now, Nekroz is a deck that I feel you want to go second in. TJ is going to go first yet again, and I just can't go first inside of Nekroz. There's not a board that I can set up with that can stop TJ. What am I going to do? Am I going to make Nekroz a unicorn? Not really going to mess with him. He's going to T-set and then pass his turn, and now I'm in a pretty solid spot. I'm going to go ahead and start off by activating Incantation of Bookstone, revealing the celebration. TJ is going to respond with there can only be one now, or there can be only one. Now this card still, wow, is really good against the meta. Against Nekroz, Nekroz can actually probably side this card, but there are times where it does mess you up inside of this deck. Like I wouldn't be able to summon a Bryonic and a Trishula at the same time. There are some times where you want to summon like, you know, Unicorn and your Valkyrius. So I feel like he could have played, or we could have played a different Floodgate, an even better Floodgate, just so you guys can get better Subterror representation. But again, we weren't really thinking about that. We were having so much fun with the games, and I believe this actually did prevent me from doing some of the plays that I wanted to do. But this time around, I'm actually going to just tribute both of those monsters for Zaborg the Mega Monarch, using Mega Monarch to destroy himself to send cards from my deck to my graveyard. This is what the deck is all about. I'm going to let TJ send whatever he wants from his deck to his graveyard, as long as he's sending those super poly targets, because I'm not trying to be a victim of those just in case. So TJ is going to send some awesome cards. Construct, Shekinaga, because it's off the list. Grista, what? Again, the Subterror extra that kind of doesn't matter, so we decided to get a little goofy with it. It literally, as long as he sent 8 cards plus the cards that actually mattered, I really didn't care, and he's definitely taking advantage of that. So I'm going to use my monsters in order. Elder Entity Insis is Chainlink last, then Totally Awesome is Chainlink before last, and then also Herald of Arclights are my first Chainlinks, allowing me to destroy TJ's board. I'm actually going to leave There Can Only Be One on the field. I need a way to Trish my mans, and now that I think about it, I probably should have banished There Can Only Be, or destroyed There Can Only Be One, and then Trished his face down monster, because if it was a Nemesis Archer, then I would have been in a very bad spot. He would have been able to spell summon another monster to his side of the field. Through the Herald of Arclights, I'm going to go ahead and add Valkyrius, Bryonic, and Trishula, allowing me to set up with some insane plays. So I'm definitely in the driver's seat of this game. Just the ability to start lay to smack down and place anything I want to my side of the field. As long as I get rid of this, There Can Only Be One, I'll be in really good hands. I'll be in all state, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to use that. Nope, I'm not going to use Nekroz of Colossus. I'm going to use Nekroz of Brionic's effect to search a Nekroz monster from my deck to my hand. You guys should already guess. It's Nekroz of Sharik that I'm going to be getting. Mainly because he's just going to get you so much plus, ladies and gentlemen. He's a free ritual summon. Next, I'm going to go ahead and start following up with the big brain plays. I'm going to use that Nekroz mirror, using the Sharik as tribute to special summon that Nekroz of Trishula. You guys should already guess that that's going to hit the field. Nekroz of Trishula is going to use its effect. Is going to allow me to banish. There can only be one, the Subterror Guru, and a card from TJ's hand, putting him in a very unfortunate situation. We're going to roll 4, banishing, drum roll the Umastrick. So that's really interesting. It really seems like he didn't have the best hands. I think he could have actually summoned the Guru, used the Guru to set itself face down, and then summoned the Umastrick, so he would have multiple monsters on the side of the field. But maybe TJ wasn't really having that. I'm going to go ahead and use Nekroz or Brionic's effect next. It's going to allow me to add a Nekroz monster from my deck to my hand. And no, it looks like I'm adding... Whoa, how's that? Oh, no, yeah, of course, the Sharik. The Sharik's effect is going to add the Nekroz or Brionic from my deck to my hand. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. And then I'm going to follow up with the Incantation Talismandra, probably revealing the same Brionic to special summon itself to the side of the field, and then allowing me to special summon a monster from my deck to my side of the field. That's going to be Pencil Plume. Pencil Plume is going to go ahead and use its effect to add a ritual spell card from the graveyard to the hand. Sweet. No, I'm going to go ahead and get a ritual monster, which was, of course, the Brionic. So now I have 2 Brios in my hand. I can actually follow up by going Kaleidoscope to summon both those Brios and going for... Wait, would that be game? I think that would have been game. No, it's 20... Trish is 2,700. So no, and Brios are 23. So no, I think he would have maybe about 300 life points left. So no, I'm going to use Incantation Celebration. We having a celebration, let us stay. And I'm going to sky high that Nekroz of Valkyrias to my side of the field, inflicting some huge damage to TJ's life points, putting him down at a minuscule number of... drumroll. So 51, and then minus 27 to put him at 24. So putting him down at a minuscule number of 2,400. Nekroz definitely have the driver's seat right now. What does TJ have? I'm going to set up the card face down, pass my turn. TJ is going to draw a look at his cards, and he can scoop it up. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. And if you didn't, let us know what we could do to be better. As always, try to get this video to 250 likes so we can release it as soon as possible so everybody can see that Subterror deck profile. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day like I am.